Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
This one came in, although I can't remember how, when, or where, or from who, but it was a good question. Hey Chris, I got a question I'm hoping you can answer for me. I got a new HP Entertainment laptop. I've been looking all over the internet and at stores for a way to hook up my Xbox 360 to play games on my laptop screen, which is the greatest looking quality I can find on a $120 to $150 budget. I don't know whether to get a TV tuner or a capture card. Oh boy. Okay, this is potentially complicated, but not really if you think about it. Essentially, you've got an Xbox, and likely out of that Xbox, you've got a way to connect that to your some kind of television. So you either got like component cables, which I'd hope you have, but either way, you've got a way to feed the video out of the Xbox and into something else. A component, composite, hopefully component, higher quality. At this point, those are the options that I think we're messing with. Some people say, well, wait until you get the HDMI cables are available. But from what I've heard earlier reviews, HDMI versus component, their differences are pretty negligible as far as the Xbox is concerned. Bawana is suggesting VGA. Well, since we're dealing with a laptop, we're dealing with a limited ability of connection options. In terms of the most compatibility, a TV tuner versus an actual capture card, my recommendation would be a capture card. And for the reason that you're not looking for a TV tuner, you're looking for a way to get the video or feed the video in somewhere, and USB capture card is likely, or FireWire capture card is likely going to be your best option, as well as it's compatible more than if there's a PCMCIA solution, don't go with that, because at some point maybe your laptop, maybe that one doesn't have a PCMCIA slot. Maybe you'll want to use this capture device somewhere else, and USB will be the most cross-compatible thing. I have my computer plugged into my plasma, so Chris looks almost life-size. Oh, that's kind of scary. In fact, that's really scary. But anyway, the bottom line is, I showed this device back when I first started publishing answers on YouTube, although the quality wasn't as nice as it is now. eMate video memory card recorder is one way that I can capture something coming out and push it into something coming in. Unfortunately, the in cables aren't. You would need an adapter. Deposit cables out from an Xbox into this in order to feed it out into. But that's an example of some kind of capture mechanism. That one doesn't even connect to anything. It's just like an external reader and writer. Instead of using a hard drive, it just uses removable media. Sorry about that if the audio cut out. I was essentially showing a solution that I'd showed a little while ago. A capture card is your best bet. You get this external capture card as long as it had the right inputs. So if you're matching the component out from the Xbox, where you've split off, it's basically your green, blue, and red cables. Essentially, that's what you're looking for. You're connecting out from the Xbox and then into your capture card. The issue is that when you do that, you may have syncing problems between your video and your audio, because remember, you're not just wanting to watch it, you're also wanting to hear it. So you're going to need to not just connect the video, but the audio. So your capture card's got to have audio on there as well. In theory, you should be able to pull this off. I've had, in fact, I purchased the monitor that I had earlier when I was doing the Linux demo, has got multiple inputs: VGA, DVI, S-Video, which other people have used out. Of course, the Xbox doesn't really have S-Video out, so you'd need to go from one to another. It's easiest if you keep the signal as clean as possible. If that particular laptop has HDMI, you would be able, with an HDMI cable out of the Xbox connected to that, and then you should be able to view both, or have both the audio and video, and that would be HDMI would probably be your best bet. But if your laptop doesn't have that, it's not going to be as easy. So someone installed OS X on a ThinkPad. Very cool. I did that legally, though. Apple Developer Network certified here. Anyway, so getting that capture card is certainly going to allow you to take from a variety of video sources, not just your Xbox. And in some cases, it's kind of a good thing to have around. You never know when you're going to want to capture video from some kind of source. Getting a capture card that you can afford within 120 and 150 is the range you gave me. The key when you go out to purchase the capture device, card is probably the wrong word in this sense, because we're probably looking at FireWire connectivity or USB connectivity, or both, or one or the other on this particular external device. Get as many inputs and outputs as humanly possible, as much as you can, because at some point in the future, let's say you get one that only has component out or composite out, or just S-video, and then you end up getting something that you want to capture video or audio from, and you'll have to go and buy a whole new capture mechanism. Whereas if you spent the money on a good capture mechanism up front, you would have all the inputs and outputs that you would possibly need, at least at this point in time. The beauty of, again, the external capture device is that you can transport it between systems. And it should be cross-platform, I mean, so long as the drivers are there. ATI, I believe, makes a few. Hopog, I think, has got an external capture mechanism as well. There's quite a few. In fact, About.com has got a pretty good roundup of external capture devices for those of you who are interested in capturing video through another kind of mechanism. I don't know if even connecting through a capture card, the audio quality may be okay, but and it may get downsampled, of course. But the video quality is probably not going to be all that good. You're almost better off paying for a cheap LCD monitor and playing the Xbox just straight up on a monitor, cheap, 130 to 150. You're probably going to get a better image going directly into that than you would, through a laptop or through a USB capture card. Or capture device, I should say. Get a 15-inch monitor, bingo. So Bawana even agrees with me. So that happens. I think we agree quite often, but I think the bottom line for doing it out of the Xbox, you can do it. My recommendation ultimately is to buy a cheaper monitor, whether it's I don't think CRT will be able to. CRT may work well, but I don't even think they sell CRTs anymore. Maybe they do. I haven't seen one in forever. I haven't owned one in forever. But getting the video into some kind of LCD screen is, I think, going to suit you better. Don't worry about putting the video through some kind of capture device, because you just won't be happy with the quality, especially with the quality the Xbox pumps out. The Xbox 360 specifically is beautiful. I mean, the image quality is just amazing, and the HD DVD connected to the Xbox 360, it's about as close to video perfection as I've ever seen. And I'm not even watching in its full resolution of what is it, 1080p or something like that. I'm only connected by from the Xbox, it's component. And the TV can only handle up to 720p, but it still looks absolutely amazing. It's HD any way you slice it. So those are my recommendations and suggestions, and if anybody else has any other, feel free to say something. Stop by the chat room, live.pirillo.com, or post a follow-up, and we'll be sure to let everybody know.